Morning everybody, Steve Brown from the Swansea Creators. This morning I'm here with Ben Ruddle from Home Instead. And we've been doing a series of videos and talking about dementia and companionship and all the rest. And I want to go back to companionship because this would be my biggest fear, you know, whether it be my mum, my dad, you know, and all the rest of it, is that the person, I know this happened to my dad, is that when they matched him up with someone, he didn't like them. He literally used to say, I don't want to go with him, I don't like him. So how does that work? Because that would be my biggest fear. If I was considering using the services, how do I know? It's all very well, you can be all smiling and joking with me in my house and then you take my dad out and then for all I know you're a bully once you get him in the car. So how does that work?
Okay, well, first and foremost, we've been in Swansea 6 years. Okay. This has only ever happened to me 5 times in 6 years. Okay. Which, considering the number of clients that we've got, is a pretty
absolutely
fantastic,
very, very low percentage. Yeah.
Look, and I think the main reason for that is this: we spend an enormous amount of management time making sure that when we match 2 people together, that
this is the customer and your caregiver. Yeah.
Absolutely, the customer and our caregiver. So, like we mentioned in previous videos, we will have done an enormous amount of research on the person and their families, their likes, their dislikes, and we would have gone through a lot of effort to make sure that the client and the caregiver are matched as well as they possibly can be. Okay. So that's why the number is so low in the first instance. But let's suppose that I got it wrong, and we put these 2 people together and it didn't work out. We have such a robust quality assurance programme and what we call touch points with the client and the client's family, which is important, and the client's health and social care professionals as well.
Okay. So that's the other professional people who are providing backup support and all the rest of it.
Yeah, especially when we're talking about dementia, they'll nearly always have a social worker or a CPN or somebody that's health or a chronic conditions nurse perhaps, district nurse, and all these people with the client's consent we are able to speak to, so we're always in touch with those. And that's an important part of what we do. So what I'm saying really with regards to the QA side of things is the following day after the first appointment, we'll be ringing to make sure that everything went well and that they were happy with it. A week after, we'll be going to visit them to make sure that everything's gone well and that they're happy. 4 weeks later, we go back and we speak to them on the phone. 6 weeks, we do another visit to make sure they're happy. Yeah, so we really are going through every potential scenario and giving them every opportunity to say if they don't like. Now, if we do happen to get through that stage and everything was okay, but then later on down the line, something happened, don't like the way they spoke to them, whatever it happens to be, by that time we've opened up such a fantastic level of communication with not only the carer but the office and all our staff here, that they will feel comfortable in actually
just to phone up and say, look, it's, I'm not happy.
There's one particular lady that springs to mind. One of the 5 sent a lady there, and everything went fantastically well for 3 months. Right. To this day, I still don't know what happened. I don't know what broke down the communication or the situation, but we got a phone call from her daughter to say that Mum's not happy with the caregiver that's going. Obviously, we tried to find out why. And the most important thing is, we changed her. The following week, we changed her. You know, we brought in another person. It's quite difficult for the carer when you have to say to them, look, I'm really sorry, but it's not working out with you. And
because at the end of the day, they think they're doing a professional job, but personalities are personalities. And as you know, it's interesting you mentioned there that it can happen much later, but it doesn't happen in all relationships anyway. You can think you like someone, then later on they're just doing something that irritates you or whatever it is, and so I can understand that. Okay, so there's a very robust system there, because I would imagine that would be, you know, and I certainly would do from my dad's point of view. I want to know that whoever he's going out with, he could have been that person could be trusted. Yeah, that'd be my biggest word, trusted. And secondly, then that once they're out of sight, they are still doing what I think they're doing rather than what they're telling me they're doing.
Absolutely. I think we've mentioned, I think, a couple of times relationships, all about relationship, and any relationship, whether it's husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, daughter, son, is all about trust. And we recognise that. We go to a huge amount of trouble to try and create that trust with the wider family, health and social care professionals at every single level. And the only way you can do that is by being honest, open, and most importantly, your whole drive is to improve the life of that person. And if that's what's in the forefront of your mind at every interaction with them, the service and what they get will be what they want.
Okay. So, guys, this has been Steve Brown from Swansea Creatives. I've been here this morning with Ben Ruddle from Home Instead. If you want to know more about the companionship care that they do here and the way they set it up, and you just want more information, you can contact anybody at the office using the telephone number below, or go straight onto the website and look up for more information there. But otherwise, we'll see you on the next video.